today is a super stressful day. I'm heading off to Ebene to hopefully pick up my permit, so that I finally have some stability and know where I'm going to be staying. But I've got multiple transport routes to get there. Let's see how it goes. It's 20 to 8 and I'm racing down to go to the 8 o'clock express bus, and I'm hoping it's not going to be full. Right, I made it. It took 10 minutes to walk from Supi, and that was quite fast. So when Google says you can do it in 4 minutes, ignore them. Following the crowds, we end up in this awesome little market. This is not the official Port Louis market, some more local market. You can get your veggies. It's pretty cool. It looks so fresh and yummy. It's a bit of a rainy day. You know what, I wondered for quite a while why there was why the bus stop was called Grand Baie, which is like the north bus stop, when it's in the south of Port Louis. I just figured it out today. That's the bus station, navigating stairs, that goes from Port Louis to the north, and this one goes to the south. Now you know. So for my trip, I'm trying to get to the metro, which is about 1 kilometer in that direction. So I'm just going to head into the center of town, and then there's hopefully a road that goes under the road so we can get across. Oh my word, and look at all of those deep fried goodies. Or chanapuris as well. Hello, bonjour. Oh, it smells delicious. A little bit early for deep fried goodies. I know. Okay, so you walk past the actual market. It was a little bit rainy, so I didn't film anything. And then you turn by the old post station, and there should be a way to go underground, and you end up at the Caudan. I'm watching how I walk because it's quite slippery in places. The stairs coming down were super slippery. Be careful if it's wet. And yeah, this is the underground. A couple of little snacks and everything. It's not really long. I mean, it's just a dual carriageway, but it does prevent you from having to cross that busy road. Just like not, you have to be able to take stairs. Yeah, so just like that, you end up at the Caudan Waterfront. It's called the Sir William Newton Underpass. It's on Google Maps. Right, let's go check out the waterfront. I got sidetracked. You know I'm going to. Because that is actually the old granary building. I think it's a parking now. But it's even still got the windmill. Super cool history in Port Louis. And check the Postal Museum. Wow. Yeah, I love how Port Louis still has its old buildings. And they've made them functional, so they've turned them into things that actually be used, so they keep being preserved. Look at this! Wow! See about the grey day, but this is the Caudan Waterfront. It's even got cannons. And yeah, Port Louis is a port. I'll try to get to see on my way back if those mountains are more visible, because it is quite a stunning city. Wow. There's one gnarly cannon. It's the main crossroads of Port Louis. And I'm kind of wandering in this direction because I know that the station is at Victoria Station, which they actually moved stone by stone. They moved the original building from where it used to be just outside Port Louis to inside Port Louis, and that's so cool. Victoria Station. What isn't so cool though is obviously from a pedestrian public transport user point of view, it's about a kilometer from the bus stop. So they were supposed to extend the metro all the way to Upper Vasigat, but I think they're still trying to get permission because that's a National Heritage Site. I think it's even a UNESCO Heritage Site. So I suppose people don't really want you putting a metro station unless you've got all the right permissions. There's actually quite a lot of shops here and restaurants. Even a Spur steak ranch, would you believe? It's like, I feel like I've seen them everywhere, but no, that's in South Africa. Oh, and look there. Light rail station. Wow. A signpost. Okay, through that way is the sort of main touristy areas. I'll show you on the way back, hopefully, or another time. The moment I'm trying to get to Ebene. Here they've got another underpass which takes you out near the McDonald's. So on the other side of the main crossroads. But I just noticed I don't have any more signs for the light rail station. Pretty sure I have to be on this side of the road. Nah. I don't know which way to go. Okay, it's a little bit hidden. I asked someone and she said this way. Ah, okay, look, there's some signs. It's not just signs, it's an actual metro. I mean, like, there's an actual metro there. Let's see how we get a ticket. Okay, he tapped something, but I don't have one of those. That's so cool. I'm not concerned with timing because these come like every 10 minutes or something, so no rush. Okay, that was actually really simple. I actually selected to go all the way to Ebene, although I changed metros, and it said 45 rupees a person, and I tapped my card and I got my ticket. You can, going the wrong way. I assume they turn around because it's the end of the line. You can also pay with cash. I think some guys are having trouble with big notes, so bring small notes or a card. Let's go. I think. Yeah, so it was literally no time since the one, 5 minutes, and the next one arrived. I assume he'll wait here for a bit. Let's check out the metro in Mauritius. Oh, nice. It's air conditioned. The seats, I assume we're going to face this way, so we'll go like this. Yeah, I mean, very, very nice. Actually, this is Place the Arms station. We don't go to have to walk. We don't have to walk all the way to Victoria Station. There's a closer one. It's not marked in Google Maps. So as an update, I got into Port Louis at 9:15, so it took an hour and 15 minutes. It's normally 45 minutes. And it's now 10:15, and I'm on the metro. Very easy to get on and off. You don't show your ticket actually to anybody. They just say that inspectors will come and inspect from time to time. So yeah, perfect experience, super quick. So next, I need to find platform 3 to get to Ebene. This way. Okay, I think I was probably supposed to stay on the top. I came down to the bottom. They don't make it easy. That doesn't work. It's like, now I have to walk up all these stairs. Guys, I was just up there. Why don't you just put signs in the right place, you know? It's frustrating. Just put a sign where you want people to go. Not just like a random, it looked like it was pointing down, so. Right, so I arrived here. And all I needed to do was come to here. Because I followed signs. It said, go that way. I just noticed something at this station. There's like one train track and then it splits. So you suppose that means this is the one station for coming and going. Now I'm not sure if this one goes to Ebene or not. I'm going to have to ask someone. Although it just pulled in this way, it's now going to go back out. Because I think this is its last stop. Although the track continues. It's quite confusing. Hopefully I'm not going in the wrong direction. Okay, this one didn't have a nice lady saying what station was coming up or anything. But everybody said this is Ebene. I'm just kind of following people because I need to be in there. Very cool. Yeah, when in doubt, I always just follow the people. Oh, there's a walkway that goes over the... Or you can just sort of walk across. Let's take the walkway. You always got to also look at how you get back. No, just kidding. Walking up another huge flight of stairs. There's actually a lift. I'm not sure where I am. Just sort of confidently followed some people. I'm hoping this will go through and sort of be somewhere near the Intermart center. I'll check the map now. Oh wow, look at that. That's the Intermart center through there. We are not lost. Yay! I can see where I want to be, but I don't think I can get there from here. So anyway, this is Ebene. Windy as usual. Yeah. It's impossible to use Google for walking directions because how do you get out of the metro? So I asked somebody and he said go down these random stairs, which took me to another parking lot. But look, the gate. Yay! Thought I was going to be stuck in a parking lot forever. And I've got to remember how I did this because when I come back there is no coming back. So what's it been? I left my house at 7:40. It's now 10:40. Wow, 3 hours heading for the toilet. They've actually got quite a nice food court here. I was planning to stop and get something to eat, but I'm actually a bit late. I've got 20 minutes to find my way to the EDB and find is the correct way to describe it because the roads in Ebene can be quite confusing if you're walking. And it's about 1 kilometer. Wish me luck. I had some coffee. I remember eating a lasagna here. It was absolutely amazing. The lady says I must go down that road, but there's like no sidewalks or anything. I'm like literally in the middle of the road now. I think I'm going to head back to that pedestrian crossing, except now I'm going in the wrong direction. Wow, look at the buildings though. I genuinely don't think I can walk there. I'm going to get stuck. If I go in here I'm going to be in a complex as well. I have no idea where to go. I don't know where to walk because I need to be that way. And that road is the easiest, but I'll be walking along the road. You know. So anyway, Ebene is pretty impressive. Apart from not being able to walk around unless you know exactly where you're going. There's roundabouts and there's no like straight roads or anything, so you can be walking in a totally wrong direction.
Exit the roundabout onto Rue du Savoie.
I think I'm exiting the roundabout. I do remember walking around here with Brian. These guys have a big machine in the front. Well, we'll see if they still have it. I remember commenting that the sidewalk kind of wasn't as good as the rest of Ebene. Oh, it looks like they got rid of their cool piece of old equipment in their yard. Anyway, hopefully I'm in the right direction. I must say, the last time I was here was about 3 years ago, and there definitely wasn't so much overgrown stuff. It was quite pristine looking. So I tried to follow people not talking directions. No, it didn't really work. Thank you. They keep trying to take you out onto like highways that don't actually have a path to walk. And that seems very dangerous, so yeah, I wouldn't even go that way. I think I need to be there, and I've got about 5 minutes to get there. Okay, a lovely security lady said to me, there's a little gate. See, Google doesn't know about these things. It wants you to go all around. I'm still not in the clear yet. I don't know where to go now. It is so difficult to walk around this city. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I keep finding myself in the middle of circles, trying to find out which direction to walk to. And the problem is, you walk in a certain direction and then you can't go any further that way. So it's very frustrating. It's 11:20 and I'm finished with my appointment. I've actually got a permit. For 6 months I have not known where I'm going to be living, what I'm going to be doing. And now I finally get to stay in Mauritius. It hasn't even sunk in yet. Wow. Okay, this one doesn't have a card machine and the only cash it takes is 25s and 50s, so be careful. And this line is not operating on a Sunday. Oh, and you get buses from here. Huh. There's the whole metro line. Get your screenshot. So yeah, it goes all the way to Kyopi. Take a while for it to sink in.
Attention all passengers. For the convenience of all, yellow seats are reserved for passengers with disabilities and for those who are elderly or pregnant. We thank you for your cooperation.
Amis avec passagers et voyage avec jeunes enfants. Pour proximité.
Now that I know how it works, you just walk across the way. Oh no, hang on. I don't know which way I need to be. Let me think about this. Okay, I actually have to be on the other side of the tracks. So when I arrived this morning to go to Ebene, I could have just walked across there to Platform, but now I can't. But now we know. So you're actually in the heart of Rosehill. Not quite the busy section yet. But you can come and explore Rosehill from the metro. Epic. I'm sure there used to be a clock tower here somewhere. Thankfully the escalator works. Looks like it's actually a bus terminal as well right here. obviously I've just gotten back. This place is quite full. Pretty cool food options. No prices on that menu. This one's got some prices. Actually, not bad considering the location right here at the Caudan. I'm surprised. You can smell the cheese. Yum yum yum. And there's the Spur. Steaks. Not too bad actually. Yeah, I think I will treat myself. I think I need a beer to wash down the news that I've got a permit to live in Mauritius. Yeah, since Grand Baie, almost to the day 6 months ago now. Yeah, you kind of lose your whole identity because you're a couple that travels, and now suddenly you're like, what am I now? Where am I supposed to go? What am I supposed to do? Plus, of course, this is our main source of income, was doing videos and things like that. So that plummets if you're not doing videos. And so I thought, well, no, I think I need to go to Mauritius because it's safe. We can walk around still. I'm familiar with it as a support group there. The Mauritian people are amazing. I can build myself a business. I can restart. But you can't just go to Mauritius. You need a permit. And it's taken a few months, but I've actually got a permit. I should get to stay here. Okay, well, I went to go get my own menu. They actually have jugs of beer. Awesome. Yes. Okay, the lovely waitress apologized. She thought that when I came to the city I'd already ordered on, so she said sorry that she didn't come and serve me. But hopefully I'm going to get a beer. The beer is actually not a bad price. It's $2.69 for a 5 ml. So my theory is right. You take the bus and the metro. My whole round trip is going to be like 180 rupees. 180 rupees. If I'd taken a taxi, it would be as a minimum 3,000 rupees. So you do this so that you can spend the difference on food. Okay, not quite the difference. Cheers. Yeah, slowly sinking in. One more. I get to live here. Anyway, thanks guys. I'll show you the food. Oh, look at that. That looks pretty good. It smells incredible. And I've been loving the view, and it's been like really popular and stuff. Ah, thank you. Perfect, thank you. And if you just ask, you'll get the Spur sauce. Yeah, Spur, hit me up for your user-generated content. I must say, the steak is very tasty. The sauce is different from the one in South Africa. It's more creamy. It's really, really lovely, especially with the chips and onion rings. The steak itself, quite a big, sort of gristly, fatty bit. But the rest of it that's edible is not bad. Not quite medium rare, but it's pretty good. It tastes great. And the sauces in Mauritius, they're not left on the table. They're actually stored in the fridge. It's cold, which is fantastic because it's really hot here. Yeah, I absolutely demolished that. It was totally delicious. Would I come back? Totally, yes. Just a short bus trip. Great views, people watching, incredible food, steak and a beer on the waterfront. Wow, it's good. Yep, not even the taxi trip one way. Day well spent. I'm actually pleasantly surprised. I thought the Caudan would be a lot more expensive. It's really not, and it's really busy, and there's a lot of people that come here. But the pricing is actually reasonable. Bravo! Oh, curry. Next time, hey? Yeah, I'll definitely need to show you guys Port Louis on a beautiful blue sky day. Okay, I'm going to attempt to walk back on this side of the road. We came in past the post office and the underpass. Not sure if this is a good option. I think that was actually a little bit easier than going through the busy town. There's a traffic light that you can cross the road by that, so it wasn't too difficult. Yeah, the South bus station, it seems like there are different bus stops. It seems quite well organized, but there's no labeling or anything, so you'd have to know what you were doing. It seems like the bus pulls up, it's going somewhere, and it kind of waits until it's departure time, so as long as you can find the bus, you'll be okay. But most of these routes you can take the metro to now, so I think you wouldn't really need the bus too much. Made it back to the bus. Thanks for joining me guys, and you'll be seeing a lot more of me, I think.